Yo, what's up, y'all? This is Too Short, and you watching BPM Supreme TV. My first introduction into hip hop was Sugar Hill Gang, Rapper's Delight. It was all over the airwaves. It was followed by a bunch of other hip hop records, Curtis Blow, Grandmaster Flash, Furious 5. But you know, I remember the first time hearing it, I actually, I was a kid who actually would go to the store and buy wax. I would buy records, so I had to have that 12-inch. My method for making music is, first and foremost, a track. The music must be funky. And funky is just, I don't know, it's just thing that the music I grew up on, that I try to emulate the funky bands from the 70s with the funky bass lines and the drum patterns, you know, the stuff that James Brown gave birth to. And I start with a funky track. You know, we gotta have the right energy in the room, which is, nothing negative. We don't really like Debbie Downers around while we record. We smoke a little bit. The smoking has always been like sort of religious to the ceremony. And then we get the subjects, man. And we start rapping about what, we do the hook and stuff. And it's just, you can't lose if you start off with some real funky music. I've lived in LA, the Bay, Las Vegas, Atlanta, Georgia, New Orleans. I have had a spot in New York for a while. No matter where I'm at, it's built in me that I represent the West Coast. I never became the places where I would frequent, or I'm Oakland all the way. I'm California all the way. So whether I'm making music in the studio in New York or California, my West Coast is always going to be present. So when I do a song like Blow the Whistle or a solo song, and I'm really pushing that West Coast sound, which is what I do. A lot of my songs, I did a lot of songs with a little down south flavor, but I still would do my West Coast flow, or I would never all the way transform into something else. So I just feel like if you support it, like me and E40 talk about this all the time, if we support it, it just makes the case stronger, just makes the whole movement stronger. And Snoop Dogg is always on it. We the OGs now, but at the same time, we keep pushing that sound. Like we keep, we have a certain audience that we just keep that. You hear, a West Coast song when you hear it, you know it. The secret to staying relevant is partially, no matter how big of a star you are, how humble you remain. It's partially knowing your craft and being in tune with, the sound has to be, it has to win. It can't be like, you can't have success on one album and then 2-3 years from now you're trying to make duplicate songs. You gotta like organically let it evolve to what it's supposed to be. And then really, I think like one of the most important things to me has always been relationships in the industry, because all of us in our careers are gonna dabble in different parts of the game. Like you might be behind the scenes, in front of the scenes. You might be the owner or the lowest man on the totem pole at sometimes. And it's just like I feel like treating everybody equal is essential, because so many times in this game, the intern becomes the CEO. And everybody remembers everything. Like, you just gotta watch how you're never gonna be on top and stay on top. So take it for what it's worth. Personally, me as a solo artist, I'm getting ready to celebrate my 30th anniversary of the first album I ever released, which was it was titled Don't Stop Rapping in 1985. And I was gonna drop an album in 2014, but the more I thought about it, the 30th anniversary just seemed so much more significant to capitalize on that and actually like make it a whole year of just, celebrating the career of Too Short. And the album's coming out. I didn't get too creative with the title. The title is called 30th Anniversary because I just want to put it out there. And it's a hot album. I just snuck out a little EP The EP is called 19,999 Bitches, and it's only got 5 songs on it, but it's 5 hot songs, and it's just a preview of the album. You know, the album has some nice features. I already got songs with T.I., French Montana, E40, Snoop Dogg, 2 Chainz. It's a whole list of homies that's already on there, and it's a hot album. So I'm just, you know, I'm kind of like, I'm not trying to big up it too much because, you know, you got to hear, you like, dude, you're 48 years old, man. How fucking hot is it gonna be? Well, you know, I got that formula from way back, and we do this shit. I brought in, you know, hot producers and people, you know, get with me on the hooks and stuff. We gonna, you know, the OG I'm in the right lane. And also, I figure it's about time to finally write a book. So the book is coming. The book, all this stuff is coming next year. And I've been kind of slacking on the real authentic Too Short memorabilia. So I'm putting together a line of different products that just celebrate the career. And all this stuff is 2015, you know, Too Short.